Okay, we live. We live. We we live.
Hi,
We is back.
hi.
For those of y'all who was on our first live like an hour or so ago, YouTube just shut the live down, honey.
Shut it down, and we ain't no shit.
We didn't even know. It said we
We just
violated.
talking and recording.
It said we violated community policies, but we didn't. We didn't. Here's what happened. I had got an email earlier today saying something about YouTube. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just read what it says. It says, today, as the unprecedented COVID, the
Mhm.
coronavirus. As that situation continues, Google outlined how it's reducing the need for people to come into its offices while ensuring that its product continue to operate for everyone. We are committed to keeping the YouTube community informed about our actions related to the coronavirus in a dedicated location in our help center. Okay, so what they are doing, our community guidelines enforcement today is based on a combination of people and technology. Machine learning helps detect potential harmful content and then send it to human viewers for assessment. As a result of the new measures because of the coronavirus, they're temporarily will start relying more on technology to help with some of the work normally done by reviewers. So this means automated systems will start removing some content without human review so we can continue to act quickly to remove violative content and protect our ecosystem. As we do this, users and creators may see increased video removals, including some videos that may not violate policies. We won't issue strikes on this content except in cases where we have high confidence that it's violative. If creators think that their content was removed by error, they can appeal the decision and our team will take a look. Now, they shut our last video down at Carmel Diva, and it was only at 4 minutes when they shut it down.
That's ridiculous. And hell, we have been talking and we didn't even know, but
That's
nothing that
because we
we
were,
discussed would have violated their community policy.
and
Nothing.
and that's because we was using StreamYard. If we were actually live, like just on YouTube live, we would have known because we would have seen the live go dark. But being that
Right.
we were on StreamYard, we didn't realize because the StreamYard just keeps going. The ticker, the time just keeps going.
Right.
And and everybody who's coming in, make sure you hit the like button, share the live, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. But yeah, we was on here for a minute talking and stuff.
You see me moving around. I'm trying to, my daughter been messing with my TV, and so now I'm hearing PBS Kids over here.
Oh yeah, please turn that off because I don't want no copyright strikes.
Right, and I'm trying to find the remote. Hold on. Danavia?
Or put your phone
Come
on
here,
mute.
please.
I'm gonna just mute you. Mm-mm-mm. You found
And
it? You got it?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Girl, they sure will. They sure will copyright you if they hear TV shows in the background. I done seen it happen. People lose their channel for 3 months. But I want you to tell us about this conspiracy theory.
It you know,
And I
those
brought
that
up,
know me,
go ahead.
me, I say conspiracy theory because nothing has been proven 100%.
Uh-huh.
And that's why it's a conspiracy theory. But to me, it all makes sense. It all sounds like common sense. Like, okay, well, yeah, two and two is adding up to four. So, yeah. It's regarding 5G. Anybody that's heard about it, chime in. You can say, hey, wait a minute, you skipped over this or that or whatever. But the gist of it is there was a race to erect these 5G um, cell phone towers.
Mhm.
Well, the first one to go up, the epicenter was that Wuhan or Huang, whatever, however you say it, over in
Mhm.
China. The city in China.
Wuhan.
Wuhan. Yeah, yeah. So, a while back when we were seeing videos of people like standing on the bus stop and like just falling over dead, we were thinking it was because of the coronavirus.
Mhm.
It was because of the cell phone tower, and I say that it did. It both of them played a part. What happens is the radiation being emitted from those cell phone towers,
Mhm.
they didn't test those. They haven't seen the long term effects on humans. So you got this very densely populated city. You put this radiation filled tower up, of course you are going to get deaths. And then because they're so densely packed in there, they're going to be passing it back and forth, this virus.
Mhm.
So what happens is the radiation suppresses people's immune systems. Um, and when it does that, then now you're more susceptible to getting the coronavirus. The thing with this coronavirus, if you look at all of the symptoms, it's it's just like any other flu. It's just another strain of the same flu that we see every year.
Mhm.
Um, the other thing with 5G is, like I said, it was a race. So you got the one in China. You got Hooligan, ma'am. Thank you. Just set it down, please. And then you got the one, there's one in Italy, which is why Italy has such a high death toll right now. But think about it, if you go and look at a map, all the places where there are 5G um, cell towers is where you see a bigger spurt of deaths.
Mhm.
Now, in addition to that, excuse me, um, this how do I want to say it? The way that the scientists explained it was every time there's a pandemic, there's something that happens on an electromagnetic field to the earth. So the end of 1917 is when they first started like using radio waves, and they were using that in World War I. That was on a global scale. The earth had never been, subjected to that before. So now you're using that, and then the Spanish flu hits in 1918, and that's when it killed all those people. Um, then you go to World War II, so say about the early 1940s. They're
Mhm.
using radar and sonar, and now that's going on a global plane. They're using that. And I want to say that's around the time like the polio outbreak, you know. Um, then skip to 1968. They're sending satellites up into space, and now you got it beaming down on you, this radiation. Then the
Mhm.
Hong Kong flu comes in. Now we have these 5G towers going up and emitting this radiation. And now we have the coronavirus. And it's not saying that the coronavirus, that these 5G towers are the ones that are emitting, that they're the cause of the coronavirus, or that the coronavirus is spread from that. That's not what they're saying. What they're saying is the radiation coming off of these towers is making your immune system weaken, and allowing you, instead of the antibodies that you would normally have that would fight off or at least give you a weaker version of the coronavirus, it's allowing your body to, it's allowing these things to come in and attack you, and they mutate faster. And so that's why it's so deadly. And that's why when you have these symptoms, you need to go in and be treated. The messed up part is at this point there is no vaccine for it. There's
Right.
no no flu shot. You can go in and say, okay, well, give me the flu shot and it'll help me. And there is none of that.
Right.
Um, and literally, and I found this out and I was like, well, why the hell do they keep flying them here? But like, when they were bringing those people down there to Camp Ashland, and then when they send them over to our med center for the at the bio center, there's no magic medicine they're giving them. They're just treating the symptoms.
Right. That's all they're doing.
Literally,
They're just treating them like for the
yeah.
flu times
Like if
like
they get a headache or a fever, they get them, some Tylenol or Advil or whatever. If they're having problems breathing, they give oxygen or they a breathing treatment. They're not doing anything more than you would do at home. So
Mhm.
that's why the hand washing, the common sense plays a lot into this. But we all know common sense is not common.
Right.
So we can't stress enough. Yeah, you need people use sanitizer, use the sanitizing wipes, but more than that, let's go old school with it. Get you some ammonia and clean. Get you some bleach. I wouldn't recommend mixing bleach and ammonia.
Oh
But
no. Please don't.
let me put that little
We,
disclaimer there.
we did not tell you to mix ammonia with
No,
nothing.
hell no.
Disclaimer. Disclaimer.
Disclaimer like big letters. No, do not
Girl.
mix.
You know
But
what? Oh,
use the bleach. If you just have to have some kind of hand sanitizer, go buy you some aloe vera gel, throw some rubbing alcohol in it, bam, you got cleaner. I mean,
right.
you could buy some betadine as long as nobody's allergic to shellfish. You could use that because that is an antiseptic cleaner. These are things, and then just good old bar soap, so you can wash not only your hands but wash your whole body,
Uh-huh.
scrub down from head to toe. But cleanliness is the number one thing. And then, especially when you go in public places, can y'all please, when you come out the stall, can you run some water and soap over your hands
Girl,
before you grab that door handle?
girl, did you
I
see my
mean,
post? Did you see my post? I did a video and a post like probably a week ago because of the simple fact that I had went to the bathroom at a restaurant
I seen
and
that. Just a little
the
girl.
the woman, it was a woman like our age,
Mhm.
so she knows better, and she had a little girl in the she was taking her to the bathroom, and after they came out the bathroom, like I came out first, I saw them come in, like because right when I was going into my stall, I saw them come in, and then the little girl went into the stall right next to me, and I used the bathroom. I came out, and then I was like washing my hands, and I'm watching everything, and they coming out the bathroom stall, and next thing I know, the lady grabbed the little girl by her hand, and she just takes her own out the bathroom.
Just
And
that's just nasty for
she
no
takes her
reason.
own out the bathroom. I'm standing there washing my hands, and mind you, when I came out, I knew the little girl was gonna be coming out soon. So I'm up there, trying to hurry up and all between the fingers, and I'm trying to really wash, but really fast, so they could, because it was only one sink. And so I'm doing that. And while I'm drying my hands, the little girl comes out. The lady grabs her by her hand, not knowing which hand she put on her little, you know,
A little tutu.
right, right. She didn't touch the toilet. She didn't touch the toilet handle. She didn't touch, you know what I'm saying, the doorknob, the door handle, her stuff. And then the lady grabbed her by her hand and said, "Come on, let's go get some food." Why they go out right to the cash register? The little girl,
Oh,
I swear to God, the little girl, she got up on, how little kids, they so short. So when
yeah.
they like got their hands up, girl, she had her hands up on the counter with her face like this on the
Yeah.
counter. And she was just playing around on the counter and touching all. I said, oh, then after that, after they placed their order, they went over by the pops because the people gave them their cups for pop. They went over to the pop machine. The little girl is touching stuff over there by the pop and the cups and stuff. I
This
said,
is
are you
making me
serious?
sick. And see, in all this is how that is. This is how it gets spread from
Exactly.
stuff like that. People, they wearing these masks and they so concerned about people sneezing and coughing. That is really the least of your worries. It's
Right.
these nasty people like that who come out of restrooms not washing their hands and then touching over everything, and
Right.
then you innocently come up behind them, and now you got it because this nasty heifer don't want to wash her hands.
But you know, my
What was
post,
the big rush for you to not wash your hands?
there was no rush. I mean, it didn't make no sense because, like, and I'm thinking when I only had boys, and I know boys don't have to do as much after they use the bathroom if they're doing number one.
Yeah.
But still, you better get in there and wash your hands. Did you wash your hands? I didn't hear any water. Turn it on. And sometimes my kids would say, Mama, I did wash my hands. I didn't hear any water, so
Well,
wash
I
your
hear no water, so going back in and
hands.
do it again.
Next time, leave the door open so I can hear the water, because I do not play with that coming out the bathroom mess. But for you
No.
to have a child around the age of 4 or 5 years old, a little girl,
What are you teaching this kid?
and do you wash your own hands? Because if you're not making your 4 or 5-year-old little girl wash her hands in a bathroom, a public bathroom at that, I mean, any bathroom, but a public bathroom, and this Rona is going around, and she just comes out of there, and you know, kids don't wipe their stuff properly. Anywho, she's 4. The girl looked like she's about 4 or 5. 4 or 5. And the lady stood on the outside of the door and let the little girl do everyone. You know, little kids don't wipe their stuff properly. She probably had her hands all over the place trying to wipe her little self, and then came out touching all over the doorknob, touching the handles, and the lady grabbed her right by the hand. And they went right up to the counter, ordered their food, grabbed their cups, went over there by the pop machine, was touching everything. And I'm up here appalled. When I say I had to jump on Facebook, and I was like, Facebook, at what age do you teach your toddler to wash their hands after they use the restroom?
When you first start sitting them on the pot?
Thank you. That's what I thought people should do. But I'm telling you, it was a bathroom, it was a little girl. I would never have recorded it, but I wish I could have recorded it, because if I would have recorded it, I know everybody would have been like, what the
I'll tell you what I do, and you know sometimes I ain't got no good sense, but anyway. If it's a small kid, I may be like, hey baby, come on back. You need to wash your hands. You forgot to wash your hands. But if it's somebody that's like maybe 9 or older, I'm like, ugh, that is nasty. You gonna just come out the bathroom and then go wash your hands?
I wanted to say something.
Directly to them so they know I'm talking to your nasty ass.
And I wanted to say something. Sorry, I'm cleaning off my camera. I wanted to say something, but I was like, I don't want no stuff up in this little bathroom. We was in a very small bathroom stall, and I didn't want no stuff. I was like, you know what? When I walked out that door, I grabbed a whole bunch of paper towels. I grabbed that handle, and I'm like, have you ever seen women at work use the bathroom? And you know for a fact they use the bathroom. They didn't just go in the bathroom in the stall and fix their bra or their skirt or their stockings. You actually hear them using the bathroom, and they come out. You know, some women, they go in the stall to do other things besides use the bathroom. But when you actually hear them use the bathroom, or you smell them using the bathroom,
you are an adult. Unless you have diminished capacity, how do you go to the bathroom and not come out and wash your hands?
I don't get it.
That's like going to a restaurant and not getting a fork and spoon. You just say, okay, let me get a knife and a spoon.
I don't get it. And like I said, I only got boys, only got 2 sons. And literally after they if they do a number one, literally most boys, they just shake it off. They don't even have to touch it sometimes, but sometimes they do. And I'm like, I treat them like they have to go all up and underneath like a female. You better wash them hands. You can get hella soap, because you better wash your hands. Girl, I was appalled when I seen that lady walk out the bathroom with that child, and she held her hand. like you holding the hands of a little child that just wiped all over their bottom.
You know what that reminded me of? You seen that
Girl,
movie, the Denzel Washington movie, Fallen, when they be walking through, touching each other's hands, talking about time is on my side. Yes, it is.
time ain't on our side right now. Time is not on our side. Man, the Rona ain't on our side. We need to be more vigilant in what we do.
I'm gonna make some t-shirts and be like, I survived the Rona.
Girl, you should do it and sell them. Sell them.
Right.
Make sure you copyright it. I mean, that's copyright. I mean, I'm thinking of YouTube. I'm thinking of YouTube because they're doing a lot of taking videos down right now because they don't have enough employees to do manual reviews.
And that's stupid. And I think that's wrong because a robot cannot measure properly somebody's emotion, their inflection in their voice. And that robot is probably going strictly.
They going by the picture.
The title.
They going by the title and they going by the picture.
And you know, like I said, a robot. That's just like when they were talking about doing all that artificial intelligence, and I'm like, you going too far with this, and people,
right?
People don't need that. They can't, and these robots, they can't. They have no emotions, so they can't show. They don't know the difference between love and anger and playing and serious. And so why would you?
Well, I was just looking at this map. I got this little map up here of all the locations because I know that you had said earlier why they bringing them here to Omaha. A lot of people is like why they bringing them here to the United States, but a lot of people don't know that the ones they bringing here are actually U.S. citizens. Those are the only ones. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I know you know, but I'm just saying. A lot of people been asking that. Why are they bringing them here? Why are they bringing them here? Like, I don't know if they totally missed the news when they were saying we're sending Americans home right away. Remember when they told them to stop, drop, and roll? They was like, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, get on a plane and get out. Like that.
But you know what? They did tell them that months ago.
Yes,
they told them that. And they had been telling them that. Yep. And then when it finally started, these cases started popping up here. Now all of a sudden, you in panic mode to get back to the States. No, stay your ass over there.
Exactly, and that's part of the problem. They were probably thinking, "Oh, ain't nothing gonna happen to me." Like a lot of people out here now. Oh, ain't nothing gonna happen to me. And all the cases over there where it started, they got thousands and thousands and thousands of cases. And now the Americans who are over there is like breaking their necks to come back.
Panic mode, straight panic mode.
Yep. But besides Omaha, they're in Seattle, Fairfield, California, San Diego, Riverside, California, Hawaii and Honolulu, Dallas, Texas, San Antonio, Fort Carson, Colorado, Chicago, Detroit, Newark, New Jersey, New York, Washington, D.C., and Atlanta. There's 19 quarantine camps. I didn't even know they had one in Honolulu, Hawaii.
I didn't either. They've added more because initially there was only 4.
Yep, it was only 4. One of them was San Antonio. Yep, because one of them was San Antonio, one of them was Omaha, and I think one of them was
one in Alaska.
Alaska, okay. Yeah, I don't see one on the map for Alaska, but I know there was
one in Georgia. Well,
yeah, Atlanta.
Scooby Doo Eyes told me that one.
What?
That's why I told him. I said his eyes remind me of them Scooby Doo paintings when they be following you.
Who is we talking about? Who's Scooby Doo?
Nichols, my frenemy. One of my favorite frenemies. I've been calling him Scooby Doo Eyes for the longest.
I hope he is not watching.
I'll call him and tell him. Hell, he know that.
Wow.
That's my big brother. I can talk about him.
Y'all a mess, both of y'all.
He be starting it. I started it tonight, but he usually started.
Both of y'all is a mess. And I'm gonna show this picture real quick Um, a lot of people. Somebody hit me up today, and they asked me to. They
Oh
inboxed
yeah.
me and asked me for the list of people who's giving
Now
out
that I
food.
do have. I have that.
Yeah, there's this one, but I have another one. I think it's in the kitchen. I'm gonna take a picture of it and I'm gonna post it on the Hood Table Facebook page. So make sure you follow us on Facebook, you guys. That's where we post a lot of information. The videos too that we do, we post them on there too. But we also post a lot of information, especially about Omaha, about the community. So
Yeah.
people send me stuff all the time, and I post it on our page. But I'm gonna just scroll through here so you guys can see some of the locations. The Drive Up Mobile Pantries, March 16th, Wilson Middle School, March 20th, Platt Smith Bible School. Those are Council Bluff and Platt Smith, Iowa. I mean, Council Bluff, Iowa, and Platt Smith, Nebraska. Uh,
What
and
they all do in town?
and March 24th, Craft Primary School, Council Bluff, Iowa. March 25th, Mission Middle School, Bellevue. March 28th, All Saints how do you say that? Episcopal Church
Yep.
in Omaha. And March 28th, Church of the Holy Spirit in Bellevue. So that's the location. That's just
Why only got one Omaha location?
girl, that's just for this flyer. This flyer came out a few days ago. I have an updated flyer.
Yeah, I know. When I went on Monday and picked up my daughter's now null and void work packet.
Right. Right. Like is the kids going to school? Is they not going to school? Is they doing homework? Is they not doing homework?
Yeah, let's talk about that because that makes no sense. That these kids are out indefinitely. Meaning they probably won't go back until the fall.
Till it's time to graduate.
And you know what? That's sad because think about them seniors that's supposed to graduate this year.
Well, they are offering online though. But the thing about it is, a lot of people don't have internet. Exactly. Right. Not everybody can afford like our internet bill. Because, for one, I work from home. I do YouTube. My son is in college. He does homework on there. He plays video games. You know what I'm saying? We have to have the highest speed. Our internet bill is like 130, 135.
I just got signed up last week with because the girls, these two girls were walking through the neighborhood, and they caught me outside. I was outside, and so I signed up for CenturyLink, and it's like $59 a month. I said, okay, that's not too bad, and it's like 60 megabytes or something like that.
That's not for the high speed because I used to have, and that might work good for you, but I used to have CenturyLink at my old house. I can't get it in this house because CenturyLink only has, well, let me put it this way. I can get it in this house, but I can't get the high speed because CenturyLink only has high speed in certain locations. So I had it for years at my old house, but as soon as I moved here, as soon as I got the address, they was like, if you need high speed, we can't help you. So I had to go with Cox. And I didn't even want to go with Cox, but I didn't have a choice.
I hate Cox.
If I didn't work from home, I probably would have settled for CenturyLink's slower connection. But being that I have to work and I have to do so many disability claims an hour, I can't play around. So yeah, we got the highest speed. But when I had the highest speed with CenturyLink, it was about 115. It was about 115 for CenturyLink for the high speed.
But she told me this is month to month. There's no
it's month to month.
Like a lock in. There's no 2-year contract. Yep. If I decide next month I don't want it, okay, well, they cut it off, no problems, no questions asked. I was like, okay, yeah, I'll do that.
That's how Cox is. Most of them is like that nowadays. Now when it comes to
every time I got I ended up having to I was in like a 2-year agreement with it. Yes. And I had the bundle. I had the bundle.
Oh, see, that's different. Because just for internet, you don't need no 1 year, 2 year thing with nobody. Now, when it comes to satellites for cable and stuff like that, yeah, they be tripping.
And
They
see,
be
I didn't even get cable because I was like, I'm not getting cable. They tried to get me to get the dish because they go to get, they are sponsored together. I'm
yeah.
like, we got Netflix, Hulu, and all these other. What the hell
So
do
do
I need
I.
cable for?
I have cable because of the simple fact I do reviews on TV shows. People ask me all the time, why are you still paying for cable? Because I do have Hulu, I have Netflix, we have the stick, and then we
Mhm.
also have my son, he got the Disney, the
Oh
Disney.
yeah, we got Disney Plus.
So
I
we got
love
all
that.
that too. But
Me
when
and my
you
daughter,
gotta
we do.
do
But see, now I got the thing where, because I originally I had them all separate, but then they came out with that bundle. So now I have it bundled where it's Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN all
yeah,
in one pack.
yeah. Well, I do
So,
the cable because of the simple fact when you doing reviews and you trying to get them reviews out right after the shows go off, or at least by the next day or so, because everybody putting out reviews on YouTube. Some of them I tried to do. Oh my god, what show was that I was trying to watch on the stick? I think it was Married with Medicine. And
mhm.
mind you, we got high speed internet, and I got every app on my stick that you could imagine. So we got a lot of good stuff on our stick, but it took me like 3 hours to watch one show. It kept on buffering. Then I had to go to
Oh,
find another one. Then I had to try to click on a different link to find a better version of the show. That's cool when I just want to watch some movies. They ain't on TV. I
now
want
with
to
the
watch it
Fire
when it
Stick,
first came
do
out.
you need one for every TV, or just you can just have one and it covers all your televisions?
You need one for each TV.
Okay.
We
I
got it
got
on our main TV. We got it on our main TV in the living room, and literally the only reason why we use it is for movies. And still sometimes we have to go through 5 different links. Because it's like, remember back in the day when everybody used to go to them websites on the internet to look
Mhm.
at a movie, and sometimes you
Yep.
gotta click 3, 4, 5 of the links
Yep.
before you get a good version, and it's still people smacking and walking around, and you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with the Fire Stick. You gotta find the best link. So yeah, I like my cable because I can jump on there, I can record my stuff ahead of time. Bam, I'm about to do my review right
See,
now.
I'm cool with just. I don't even watch Hulu. The only reason I still got it is because my daughter watches cartoons, and then like like if I miss I gotta go back and watch that show that new 50 Cent show for life. I missed it last night, so I can go back and watch that. But
So
otherwise, I don't even watch Hulu.
you don't
But
watch the Handmaid's Tales?
nah, I don't know nothing about that.
Oh, child. I do reviews on that show. You gotta watch The Handmaids on Hulu.
Mm-mm. I don't
It
even
is a
watch
really
that.
good
I'm
show. It is a really
I'm
good.
off into my Netflix, and because Netflix, and I love documentaries, especially on history,
Me too.
and
Yeah.
they got a ton of them on this. So I'm always watching those. And then, honey, Black Lightning just came on
I
this
know. Yes.
new season. Honey, I've been binge watching all day. Quit playing. I
Child,
love me some Black Lightning.
that's on my binge watch list because I got the notification the other day saying that Black Lightning was back, and I love me some Black Lightning. But it's
I'm
like
waiting
so
on
many
Dear White People to
shows.
come back.
I review so many shows, and then the ones I don't review, I sometimes have a hard time squeezing them in. So a lot of times I'll just binge watch. I'll make me a big old thing of popcorn, make me a drink, and I just be binge watching all day.
Well,
But the way
They
now,
said this season got 16 episodes.
wow.
So, and I don't watched about 4 or 5 of them already.
Oh,
So,
hold up. Do you watch On My Block?
no, what is that?
Oh my God, you gotta watch it. Okay, On My Block. On My Block. It's a It's a TV show or a Netflix show about some teenagers in LA, and they growing up in the hood, and they get involved with these bad people and these gang members, and they end up having to do certain things in order to not be killed. And
I
girl,
heard that they get mixed up with like some Colombian drug
yeah,
lords or
well,
something.
not necessarily,
Or
not
maybe that was
necessarily.
something else.
It's some drug people in there. It's some drug people in there. When I tell you, the kids in here, I'm sure they're not really teenagers, because you know how they do in the movies and TV shows. Them kids be like 25 and playing a 14-year-old. But no,
Like
for
that
real.
chick used to be on 90210, the one with the
Right.
glasses. She was playing on like an 18-year-old, and she was really 30.
Yep. But I highly recommend that show. I'm telling you. And you know, I know a good show. I know a good show. I highly recommend that show. And the kids, teenagers, young adults, they really love it. But it's
I'm
the
waiting on Greenleaf.
Hey, Deanna.
Hey,
You got
girl.
Deanna, I was in your live earlier, but I had to back out because our live was starting. But you know, I'm gonna watch the replay. You know, always catch your replays. But Deanna, did you know that, since you in the chat, did you know that, and we just been talking about the Rona and stuff, but did you know that YouTube has been deleting people videos because of the fact that they don't have enough people to manually review? And so their computer system is basically deleting everybody's videos, even the ones that don't violate policies. We was live earlier for 45 minutes. 45 minutes. And we was like, dang, ain't nobody coming in.
If it wasn't for that glitch, we wouldn't know nothing.
We ain't had one view in our last live, and then come to find out they shut the live down after 4 minutes. But StreamYard still goes on. StreamYard still makes it look like you still live.
We thought we was live. We thought we was doing something.
Deanna, you didn't get the email? They sent out an email saying we're doing a lot of our reviews by computer instead of manual. So a lot of people are going to get their videos flagged and deleted, even if they don't violate policy. But they said you have up to 7 days. We have up to 7 days to request a review. So I requested a review immediately, but it was too late by then. That they stopped the video at 4 minutes, and we were talking we was talking for like 45 minutes, just going on and on, talking about all kinds of stuff.
Wondering why wasn't nobody chiming in.
I was like, now I know a lot of people are live tonight, because you know I follow a lot of people. I'm like, I know a lot of people are live tonight, but dang, ain't nobody coming in. Like, YouTube is tripping. They tripping right now, but it's understandable. They have like so many employees, and they, like a lot of other companies, they are trying to make employees stay home, work from home. So you know, it is what it is, and that's why I titled this video "Let's Just Talk." I didn't know what the name is. I didn't know what to name the video. I just put "Let's Just Talk."
Because we had a name for the other video, but they, like you said, they cut it off, and we just running our mouths and ain't paid attention to nothing.
Yes, yeah, please pay attention and make sure you let people know on your platform that to have another window open, but maybe on silent or on mute, so they can make sure their videos are playing, because we had no idea that they shut us down after 4 minutes. And all we did, the title of the video was tissue
fight or something.
Yeah, it was like shortage. No, the video they deleted was shortage of tissue and bus driver spits on woman. So it shouldn't have got deleted, because I uploaded the actual video of the incident earlier. But because of the fact that they're using computers instead of manual people,
I don't think that's right. I don't agree with that at all.
Deanna said YouTube has been showing people live and they aren't even live. Oh, I had one of those earlier too. And you
That's
said
ridiculous.
StreamYard don't pay either. I didn't pay attention. I'm gonna keep up with it though. Thank you for telling me. Yes, no problem. No problem. Make sure you tell everybody to make sure they actually live on StreamYard. I was so mad. I'm like, dang, now we gotta start a new live. I have to put new links out. I'm like, you know what, Carmel Diva, we just
We
gonna
needed
talk.
that, but we needed that little break in between anyway. We needed that.
Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. But Deanna, I'm looking forward to your music. I heard you earlier in your live. You said you had spit some lyrics. You trying to put some tracks down.
Uh-oh.
I'm like, mm-mm. I want to hear Deanna rap.
Uh-oh, she's a
But,
rapper.
but yeah, girl. Yeah, girl. I know you was talking about Karma Diva. I know you was talking about the 5G. Now a lot of
Yeah.
people don't know what 5G is, so I just want to let people know. 5G. It actually is people are thinking it has something to do with the coronavirus, but 5G is the fifth generation wireless technology for digital cellular networks. It began wide deployment in 2019, and with previous standards, the covered areas are divided into regions called cells, serviced by individual antennas. Now, there are people who out there believe that this new 5G technology has caused the coronavirus pandemic. And why they say that is because they believe that it played a role in spreading the coronavirus worldwide, because they saying that China was reportedly the first country to have more than 100,000 5G towers, with Wuhan being the first to contract the new coronavirus. It has been claimed that Wuhan was the first city to introduce blanketed 5G, with Iran, cruise ships, and Italy being among other places where 5G was introduced. Now, Karma Diva did talk about that a little bit earlier. Y'all let us know what y'all think. Have y'all heard anything about this 5G having anything to do with, this new technology having, anything to do with the coronavirus? Please let us know.
Not only that, at 4G speeds, you're able to use your phone. You're able to download stuff. You're able to stream stuff. You're able to watch TV. How much faster do you need technology to be? You get information in 2 seconds. So what? How much? I mean, what more do you expect?
Yeah,
And
you know how it is though, with Americans, and even with
at what point
other
is
people.
enough enough? At what point is enough enough?
They always
And
want
that's where
bigger
we
and
have
better.
to, right, but that's where we have to start drawing the line and,
Yeah,
making that dividing line that, okay, this is enough. We don't need anything faster than this. It's already as fast as it can possibly be.
yeah.
Um,
And they saying that the 5G millimeter waves is the fastest, with actual speeds often being 1 to 2 gigabytes down. Frequencies are above 24 gigahertz, reaching up to 72 gigahertz, which is above the extremely high frequencies band's lower boundary. And they said
see,
the reach is short, so more cells are required. And a lot of people think that the military even has something to do with this.
the military has probably already tried it out before they introduced it to the public. That's the way it usually goes with a lot of stuff, especially technology. The
Mhm.
military will try it out first. They see how it works, and then if they're successful with it, then they'll introduce it to the public.
Yeah,
But as far as safety and health, I have to err. I have to go and say, I'd rather be slower than and healthier than to have this increased speed
right,
and have all these people dropping like flies
right. And
because you want your information faster. It's like, damn, what you want us to do? Teleport you there? This ain't Star
That'll
Trek,
be the day. That'll be the day.
girl.
But
That's a mess.
that the guy basically there people out there saying that these are totally false claims. In particular, Eric Van Rongen, chairman of the ICNIRP, he said in a video that there is no evidence that electromagnetic fields cause health effects such as cancer, electro hypersensitivity, infertility, or anything else. The only two recognized health effects are nerve stimulation in up to 10 megahertz and heating from 100 kilohertz. I think that's what that is, KHZ. And it also says the World Health Organization says no research has linked exposure to wireless technology with negative health effects. WHO, the World Health Organization, also said on its websites it will continue to review research in this area and is conducting a health risk assessment of all radio frequency ranges that will be available in 2022. So
Now, my
hopefully,
thing is, so if they just introduced this in 2019, that means
right,
they have not conducted a long-term study on this. Meaning the older towers, I know they have information on that, and it's been said that those emitted radiation. So why wouldn't we think that the new ones do the same thing? And why is it that these newer ones in these places where they have put these newer ones, that these people are dropping like flies from this coronavirus? It's another strain of the flu. So why are people just killing over?
yeah,
It's because the radiation, just like if you were to get if you were to have cancer and to go to your hospital and get radiation or chemotherapy, it suppresses your immune system.
yeah,
It lowers it.
yeah,
So that you are not your body's not able to fight and build those antibodies like it should. And
yeah,
that's why the coronavirus is so easy to come into these people's bodies and take over and mutate.
yeah,
That's the issue. And even Elon Musk with his warped thinking and warped way of doing things, when they were doing that race with the 5G, he stepped down. He bowed out. He was like, no. Elon Musk, as nutty as he is, now you tell me something is wrong if he's stepping back and saying, no, I'm good.
mm-hmm. Well, I know it says here, I was reading about this earlier. They said Cape Town, they claim that Cape Town is in Africa, I believe.
South Africa.
Yeah, South Africa. And they claims that 5G technology played a role in spreading the coronavirus worldwide. Will have further alarmed residents concerned about the impact of its rollout in Cape Town. And then also they saying that a biological shock wave occurs because our organism does not know what to do with the stressful new situation, which is the 5G. Many people die and the rest survive, but with an excited biology. They said this happened in 1918 with the Spanish flu, which occurred with the worldwide introduction of radio traffic. That's what I think you were talking about earlier. Yep, and they said considering the numerous ways in which people are poisoned by antibiotics, radiation, insecticides, radioactivity, medicines, junk food, polluted water, air, and other harmful substances, Cohen says their resistance and their cells are destroyed. The cells themselves secrete the viruses as a defense response. Mm-hmm. So there are some people who are defending the 5G and saying this has nothing to do with corona, and then there's a lot of people who believes that these radio waves,
a lot more people who are against it, ironically, than are for it. And that should be telling something too, especially in today's world when we are so technical minded. We are always wanting the latest, fastest, best technology. If people are looking at this and saying, whoa, hold up, something ain't, this ain't kosher, this ain't right, then
Yeah.
that should be telling you. And uh, like I said, there's too many people out here without a moral compass, and because they want to be the first, the best, the fastest, people throw good common sense and thinking out the window for thinking they're gonna get validation for doing something first.
Yep. And
Instead of,
that's what I was gonna hit on, because you had mentioned that earlier. But there's a petition right now saying that our health may be under threat on many levels depending on proximity. Wireless technologies, microwaves, have been shown in countless peer-reviewed studies to have a negative effect on cell health, be they minor and debilitating or severe. And they said 5G now poses an even more poorly controlled potential threat with extremely high frequency short range antennas almost everywhere. And then they said the rollout has started around the globe with a suspicious urgency on the part of the corporations responsible, to the point of legal immunity from appeals from concerned communities. However, some have succeeded in the USA and hopefully will have an easier time elsewhere. So I guess some people here in the United States petition for them not to have that in their area or something.
in their neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even think about it until my cousin, he had come up here from Texas earlier last year in the spring. And he goes, wow, I wonder how much money they paid to put this here. And I said, what? I had never paid attention. There is a giant freaking cell tower right there behind stage 2.
What?
That big old, I thought it was part of the power company. He said, no, that is a cell phone tower.
And it's right behind the old stage 2?
Yeah.
Like
You
further
never
up the
think
hill,
about it.
like further up the hill towards Adam Park?
Yep.
Or
It's, like seriously, like directly behind it.
I'm gonna have to check that out tomorrow, because I'm trying to picture it, because I know Bedford is right there, and if you go
right there off of Bedford.
So is it on the same side as the club, or on the other side of the church?
It's on the same side as the club. It's right behind. No, I'm gonna tell you what it's behind. It's behind old Ladd station. So the gas station that was next to it.
Yeah.
Is right there behind Ladd station.
Oh, and it's a big cell tower. You see, I would have never known either. I would have never known.
And I said, do you know how many times, how often I have come through there, through that intersection, sat at that light, and never paid attention to that tower being there.
And it's really tall?
Yes. Now,
and you know why we don't see it, though? Because when you drive in, it's like you only can see so high unless you really like outside your window and staring up at the sky.
What is there to look at over there? So ain't nobody really looking over there for nothing.
Nothing.
Like I said, it happened to be that he and I were riding, and he's from Texas, so he was like, oh, I wonder how much money they paid to put that cell phone tower there. And I'm like, where? And where? And he's like, right there.
Wow.
I know. I felt some kind of way about that. And I'm like, I wonder how many other people have ridden through there on a daily and never even realized that tower was there. How many people who live in that vicinity have gotten sick?
Yeah. You know what? You know Shane, right? Shane Nunn? Okay, I'm reading a post that he made 10 hours ago. It said, when there are mass shootings, they do nonstop interviewing of the victims' families and friends. He said, is it just me, or does it seem like there aren't very many interviews with the deceased family and friends of this coronavirus? Just things that make you go, And then he said, you would think they would want to spread awareness.
They are spreading awareness. What what could this person say besides, oh, well, they did, I mean, they died from the corona. What, well, how did it take them out? Did he get it from somebody sneezing or from somebody not washing their hands? I
You
mean,
know what? Some people on his post are saying, but a lot of those interviews with people from violent or from regular mass shootings or things like that, somebody said they do them in person. With this coronavirus, not a lot of people are trying to be in person with people. And he said, yeah, but there's so much technology. You can interview people via. And so I'm about to put down here, you are absolutely right. Because we do a lot of our interviews via live streams.
Yeah, but I mean, like, what is that person supposed to say regarding somebody who died from the flu?
I mean, yeah, what are you supposed to say? I don't know.
I mean, as far as like when they are interviewing a victim's family from a mass shooting, maybe they were there and they can say, oh, it was so and so, and this kid had been picked on repeatedly, and this is why. Or, this person who was shot, they were this kind of kid, and blah, 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 blah. And that's because they died tragically and probably so suddenly.
Mm-hmm.
Where somebody, okay, they were sick, and death happens in sickness sometimes, unfortunately.
Yeah, and you know what? Somebody said their son was tested the other day for the corona, and they said he said it was really weird because the army was in attendance as well as ton of cops, and they said it wasn't a scheduled test. He went to pick up a friend of his from the hospital who had some type of surgery. The hospital administered a test before he could see his friend. They literally snatched him up from the parking lot. He had to fill out they said a shitload of paperwork. He was pissed off, and they said, man, I feel like I am being admitted. And then her son said, I was going to wait outside. Next thing I know, the cops and security surrounded me. She said it was unreal for her son. They are really taking this stuff seriously. And I think why? Because if you have it, they want to make sure that you definitely, they write your name down. It's kind of like, okay, it reminds me of the AIDS you know what I'm trying to say.
Epidemic. Yep.
Epidemic. The AIDS epidemic. Remember back then when they made sure that who you slept with. We need all the names. I don't care if it was 100 people. I don't care if it was 2 people. We putting your name on this list. You on the registry. You on, and I think that's kind of like the effect that we're getting now. They want to make sure they got your name down. And this, because if they find out you was here, there, and there, I think something should be done to people, especially if you're gonna do.
Well, they was narrowing down where the coronavirus was. They were like, they gave the address, talking about it was the Walmart in Council Bluffs.
The clubs, the Walmart.
It was in between hours of blah 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 and blah. I was like, damn.
When I saw that, I was like, what? Because they asked these people, like literally the one I saw, what time they was at a basketball game, what time they got there, what time they left, what time they got to this store, what time they left, what time they went to this bar, what time they left. And basically, this stuff is so real. And I was saying on my live earlier today when I was at the place where they was giving out free food, going live from there, I said, we have to really start taking this serious. A lot of people ain't taking it serious. They're not. And they're going everywhere. There's walking all around the city. Like, you know what I saw today, Carmel Diva?
What's that?
When I was coming home, I was running late. When I was coming home, I was coming down from 72nd and Crown Point, down Redmond. And I saw at least 10 kids who looked no more than 14, 15. And they were all playing outside up and down Crown Point turns into Hartman. Yeah. Crown Point turns into Hartman, then into Redmond. So it was like in the Hartman area. And they were just out there in the middle of the night, like it's almost 10 o'clock at night, and they playing around. And normally I would be like, okay, y'all about 13, 14, shouldn't y'all be at home playing around your house at that age? You know,
Right.
or close to home. It's late at night, it's cold, and on top of that, the coronavirus is spreading around the city. But you got your teenagers out here running through the streets. They not driving, they walking through the streets. Like I told my son the other day, he had went to the gym. I said that I didn't know he was going to the gym till later. I found out later. But I'm like, I ain't no more gym. He was like, but mom, we using the wipes, we wiping down the stuff, we wiping down the equipment. I said, this stuff is airborne. Airborne.
Mhm.
And little droplets that fall out people's mouth when they sneeze, when they cough, it can be on anything. You don't need to go work out at home. Pull up a video. Pull up a video. Do some squats. I got some 5-pound weights. I mean, under my bed. I mean,
Let me look. I got some ankle weights somewhere.
And he talking about, mom, we was just trying to play basketball. We trying to do. We got to start taking this stuff serious. And as far as the gym, they closing down the gyms anyway to make sure. This was like before they really start 10 people, only 10 people, only 10 people. This was a few days ago. So I don't even know if the gyms. Have you heard anything about that? About the gyms?
No, I know that. All I know is like down there at the state tournaments, they had it was a media family, coaching staff, and the players, and that was it. Well, the media was there; they were there.
Yeah.
But other than that, they wouldn't let nobody in. But what I wanted to say is, this flu is just like any uh, bug that's come through here. It's got to make its way through,
Yeah.
and people are panicking, but they got to realize it's got to make its way through, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And it's because, and unfortunately, people have to die. But when they die, the it's almost a good thing because then scientists and doctors can go in and
Go
see
inside. Yeah.
how it attacked, where it attacked, um, and try to combat that and come up with a vaccine to, you know, eradicate or at least um, help alleviate some of the symptoms that this
Yeah.
disease causes. But um, it's just,
Yeah. They said it could be like 2 years. They said it could be up to like two and
it's
a
gonna
half
take a
years.
while. It can take up to 10 years actually
Yeah.
for them to develop a vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
But and that's what a lot of people don't understand because you got to think they got to come up with something, then they have to do
Test it on people.
testing, they have to do trials and see, okay, well, this happened to this person. I mean, literally, that's why when you see drugs on TV and they say, oh, and it can cause death, it's not that the medication itself probably causes death, it's that somebody probably died while they were testing this medicine and they
Yep.
have to report that.
Yep.
And that's what people don't understand. And then, people go, oh, I ain't going to take that medicine. That's not what they're saying. A lot of times, it's just something that may have happened to someone
Like
while
a
they were
bad
taking.
side effect.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And they
Mhm.
have to report it.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of where we're at. Stuff is happening to people, and they're reporting it, but it that may not even be one of the actual symptoms um,
Mhm.
of it. But I think this bug is just the flu.
Yeah.
It's a
It's
mutated
a
version.
mutation. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Because
a
that's what
mutated
I heard.
version of what we've seen before.
I keep hearing
But
it's a part of the flu family.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
the in-laws. It's the in-laws of the flu.
The ones you don't want to see, but they show up any damn way.
The red head, bald head stepchild.
But yeah, people need. I mean, we need to first of all wash hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. Warm water, not hot and not cold.
Yeah. Girl,
Warm
you know
water
what?
and soap.
My hands were so dry today. Not because I ain't got no lotion, but my hands were so dry today because I was constantly washing my hands all day long. I'm like, oh my God, it's like wash lotion, wash lotion, wash lotion. The
Right.
lotion ain't even trying to hold up anymore. I'm like, but I'm like,
But see,
okay,
a
I
lot of
might
that
have dry
dryness,
hands, but
it has to do with the the washing too, because you're washing the oils out. But
yep,
then, we're sitting indoors with the heat on, and that heat dries your skin out
it
too.
dries us
So
out. And that's
you
what it is. That's what it
and
is. It's
then
like
with
my
us
hands.
being quarantined, you really getting your skin is really taking a beating. But yeah,
Well, I just
I
hope
want
everybody tries their best to stay safe because, when this first started happening, people was like, are you panicking? Are you worried? Are you concerned? The thing that got me panicking, honestly, was not the Rona. It was finding out that there's people out there hoarding. That's what got me panicking. For real. When I was here on Facebook and the news, ain't no tissue, then I was like, oh, shoot, let's get in the car. Let's go. That's what I was panicking over. Not over the Rona. I'm panicking because we might not have no tissue. And then it's like, okay, you know what? If we don't, if they run out of tissue count, how did they used to do it back in the day?
you either gonna use some newspaper or you gonna take an old T-shirt.
Take a rag, take a shower because they sure ain't turning off the water.
Right.
They ain't turning off our water, not turning off their lights. People get letters from
at least till
landlords.
May. So, and
Even
they not
landlords.
they ain't gonna be able to put nobody out till May. So
Yep.
y'all
And
good.
that's what landlords saying. Landlords are sending out letters saying, we understand people are losing their jobs because they got to stay home. Some people don't have vacation. Then somebody might file for unemployment. You got to wait normally unemployment, you got to wait like what, 4 to 6 weeks. Now they rushing them. So you might have to only wait like a week or.
They already told them they don't have to wait that week.
That's good. That's good. But landlords are, I don't know if it's because they might know that they might get in trouble with the law, but I done heard a lot of people already say they landlords are sending them letters saying, just let us know. We'll work with you. We'll work with you. So that's good. That's good. Because you know what? The thing about it is the landlords who might have mortgages on their homes, the banks are doing the same thing to them. We'll work with you. Don't worry about it. So it's like I like that part that the government is.
Like I said, the whole world came to a screeching halt.
It's
like, damn, y'all can.
Ain't this crazy?
Stop all life. You can't just stop all life.
Ain't this crazy? Have you ever, in our lifetime, I haven't seen nothing
never. Even during 9/11.
Right.
Nothing came to a screeching halt like this.
Nothing. Nothing. And I'm like, I don't want to go biblical, but I'm like, is this a message from God? Is this a message from God saying slow y'all buzz down?
It's a blaring message from God. And I say this, it's I said, I was telling my kids and my mom, I said, the last time God sent a flood to cleanse the earth, this time he's sending a bug. I said, but think about it. You have to, when the earth is bad, they burn the soil, they burn it.
You gotta eradicate the badness. And you know what's funny is my youngest son, the one who's in college. My son in college, he was talking about Noah the other day. I'm like, why the heck you asking me about Noah? But he was raised in church, like I was. Mm-hmm. And he was like, Mom, on Noah, he was like, man, when it rained and all this kind of stuff. And he was like, it was only so many people on there, because people is really thinking this is like about to be The Walking Dead or something. I said, you know what? I said, you know why everybody related to each other, right? You know who all was on that boat? They was all related. That's why we all related.
You really start thinking about it, and not to get too deep and philosophical, but you think about it. Yeah, we all are related, but okay, there was only Adam and Eve, and then they had two sons.
Right.
Where did any other females come from?
Girl, from the whorehouses back in the day. You know they had whorehouses in Jesus' day. You know they did. You know them hoes try to get with Jesus.
Well,
You know
Mary Magdalene was a whore.
they was trying to get with Moses when he was writing the Ten Commandments. They was trying to get him to burn and melt some of them gold down and that girl,
So they can make a calf.
girl,
I'm so done with you.
don't get me started.
One the whorehouses.
You know,
I'm so done with you.
ain't nothing new under the sun,
But
child.
I'm saying, okay, yeah, I know that there were some back then. But my thing is this: if we talking about in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, and they saying how He created Adam, and then He formed Eve from Adam's rib. Okay, we get that, and she gave him two sons. Okay, where did everybody else come from?
Why are you doing this? It's too late at night. Let me think on this. Let me think. I'm gonna call my pastor.
Yeah, you do that. You let me
You know
know.
what?
'Cause I'm like,
Hold up. My pastor. Let me tell you. He had me cracking up this weekend because you know we had the concert at our church, right? For the Chosen Few pre-CD release concert. And so you know I was there in action. The press had my little badge on and everything. Let people know I'm in here. I'm taking pictures. I'm doing interviews, all that kind of stuff, right? So on the after church, I have a press pad. I have press pass and press badge and you know like ID and stuff
people.
for the press. Like okay. Remember when we went to the convention, the tattoo convention?
I remember.
I had my press pass and all that kind of stuff. Got my picture, who I represent, the hood table, Tanya's Primetime TV, and you know, whatever. And so I had after church, the pastor was like, I can't believe she interviewed everybody and ain't even interviewed me. I was like, I said, hold up, pastor. I didn't know that you want to be. He said, there's so many different topics we can discuss. He said, matter of fact, we can do a monthly. We can do. He was like, we can do an interview like
to ask kids questions.
Now that would be good.
To quiz them. Like my daughter, she started school in Catholic school. She went pre-K all the way up until this year. And she was in Catholic school, so they had religion class, and she loves, oh my gosh, she makes me quiz her all the time on the Bible.
Lord, I remember those days. I didn't go to Catholic school. We went to I went to regular school till junior high. Then in junior high, I went to a Christian school, and then from there I went to regular high school. But those 2 years of the Christian school, it was so strict. I mean, it was so strict.
It's a totally, people don't understand. It's a totally different world when you go to a private school.
It is.
You go from private to public or from public to private. Totally.
And see, I probably would have stayed there till graduation because some people I know when I entered in junior high, they actually did graduate from that religious school we called it SOS, but it was called Sword of the Spirit. But for short, they call it.
But I don't know.
Yeah. It was really popular back in the day. They would go through the hoods, child. When I tell you they went through the hoods, they would go through the projects. They would go to the hoods. They would go to the churches in the hoods, and they would recruit all these kids. I'm telling you, when I went there in junior high, I swear every gang member was up in there. People sagging, people, I mean, cussing. Oh my God, it was a hot mess. And
Where was the school at?
the school originally, the school
Shit,
that
originally.
yeah, because they had two different locations. When I first started there, they had a location and it was right off of Martha. Like right off of 33rd, 35th and Martha.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the school was. But the very first location, this picture. You leave in North Omaha. You leave in North Omaha. You leave in North Omaha and you go into South Omaha on the interstate. But right
Mm-hmm.
before you get off on Martha, if you look to your right, there was this huge, big brick building, like literally right there. You know how the projects sit in North Omaha? They sit right by the interstate.
Yeah.
That's how that big building was, and that's where our school was the first time. And then the next school they bought was like that school was north of Martha. The next place they bought was south of Martha, and that was even bigger. That building was humongous. It used to be a school, and it was humongous. But yeah, we went there, and I think I lasted 2 years, and then I got expelled because again, we were a whole bunch of hood kids, and it was funny because we were all from the hood, but the kids who were already there, they were bougie. They lived way out west in Bellevue, Papillion. I mean, their parents had fancy cars. They talked proper. And I hate to be stereotypical, but you know what I mean. They talk proper while all of us talk slang and ebonics. And it was, I tell you, we walking up in there just like coming from the projects. And people in there, hi, how are you? My name is Ben. Hi, where do you live? What do you do after school? What? I mean, it was like, bitch, what? Where did I end up?
I went to college with.
Like, where did I end up? Like,
I was like, until you can form words,
they
I
didn't
need
know
you to get that shit out
nothing.
of my face.
We didn't know nothing that about what they know. They didn't know nothing. Like we rap songs and R&B and all this kind of stuff.
Country and rock music and
really religious. Like no cursing, no boyfriends, no. And all the dudes from the hood coming up in there looking at all the girls like, damn, ma.
Trying to find their next piece of meat, their next conquest.
Girl, it was crazy. It was so crazy. Oh my God.
I missed out on that experience. I was at the hood school. I was at McMillan.
Oh my goodness. That was one of the most hood schools back in
McMillan was cool. I don't know what you talking about. McMillan was cool.
I went to a religious school during my junior year and I heard all about McMillan.
we were good kids.
Oh, and Nathan Hale?
Nathan Hale was the worst.
Myatt, all them kids up there.
Myatt Park, yep.
Yeah.
All them little babies that would graduate from Wakanda and go to and then go up to Nathan Hale.
Nathan Hale, because that's exactly where my sons went. They was when we had moved into that area when I first bought that house over there off of Curtis.
Yeah.
They went to Wakanda. And then my oldest one went to Nathan Hale. Nathan Hale was I had so many issues there. So when my youngest son left Wakanda, you going over here to Monroe. And Monroe, I ain't saying I didn't have issues there, but it was a whole lot less. I mean, I used to have to go to Nathan Hale. And
we didn't want to go to Monroe, but I told him, I said, I had to look at it from a parent's perspective, and by far Monroe was probably the safest bet versus a lot of these other schools. And then not only that, like I told him, I said it's close to the house. You walk to school every day, and God forbid if something happened, I'm there in less than 5
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
So
Please, after my oldest son had all them issues that Nathan had, and every time I walked in there, kids was fighting, and the teachers seemed like they couldn't control the kids. I said, nope, the second one won't go there.
these teachers act like they
So
are really scared of these kids, and
they
oh,
can't,
you got
they can't miss the clock. These kids, like they used to back in the day, they can't miss the clock.
my favorite part, and I used to have everybody like, Mr. Clark, some guys beating up Kid Ray.
Yeah, hurry up, Mr. Clock.
Go in, get them chains off that door.
Oh my God, that's one of my all-time favorites.
I know, I love that movie. I can quote that movie from beginning to the damn end.
Yep, but
But I
see, that's
love
why I
it.
never remember when I said on the last live, there's certain jobs for people, and there are certain jobs that people don't need to have, and one of
I
those
worked,
jobs for teachers and stuff like
I
that,
did
I
OPS.
can't do it. I
I
can't
worked
do
at OPS 90. I was only there a year, and I was a teacher's aide up in Wakanda. And the kids were very bad. They were very ghetto. But once you got to know them, them kids. And what my thing was, every day, any kid that wanted one, I made sure to get him a hug.
it.
And I did that because, like I said, a lot of them kids was coming from Maya Park. I don't know what kind of lives they was leading at home, but a lot of them kids did not receive a hug. A lot of them didn't receive love. I made sure to let them, hey, how you doing, baby? How's your day today? Oh, we gonna have a good day today, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, how did it go on your test? I wanted them to know that somebody in this world cared about them.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
don't
that
you
was
know,
good.
for the most part, everybody was cool with it. But I had one little boy, he was a little boy. He called himself having a crush on me. The
Oh,
mama
oh
got
no.
mad because she got mad at me because the son said, yeah, I get Miss Kirksey hugs every day. And she called up there to my tell her, don't be touching on my son. I was like,
What?
lady, do you
Don't nobody
realize
know
this
how to
man
mess with
here?
your son, child. But see,
Girl, the little boy was in the second grade. I was like, lady, I'm here to educate your child. And along with him, I hug about 200 other kids every day.
educate and show love.
I'm
And I
like,
think if I would have been a teacher, I think I would have probably been okay with the younger ones. It's the other ones I'm talking about. And I know that you have to get them when they're young, and you have to
I
try
said,
to.
if I was going to be a teacher, it'd be kindergarten to fourth grade.
Right. And
Because
I,
about
I
fifth
probably
grade
could
is
have
when
done
the hormones start kicking in.
that. Right.
And then I said maybe ninth grade
They be
through
smelling
12th
their
grade.
britches. They be smelling their britches.
Yeah, but that junior high age, oh no, you couldn't pay me enough.
That's the
You couldn't
worst
pay me
because
enough.
they go right from puberty. I mean, they go right from that preteen, that the
Little,
child,
little
and
baby
they
phase, and
really
then they,
confused about everything that's going on in their body, everything that's going on, and don't let them come from a bad household. And they also dealing with what's going on with them on the inside and outside, and then having issues at home, and maybe not having enough money, maybe not be in poverty, and you get all of that balled up into one in junior high school.
a little ball of rage and hormones.
Right. And a lot of times I have seen kids that were off the chain in junior high, and by the time they got to ninth grade, they changed. So that junior
Mhm.
high is something about that junior high age where the kids
That's
be like,
something I told him, I said, you have the right, you are entitled to your feelings. You are, but you are not entitled to have an attitude with me. Now,
you are
you in
still
your
a
feelings,
child. You are still
right?
a child.
I'm like, now you in your feelings, y'all can go in that room, and when you feel like acting like you got some sense, then you can come back out.
Right. I know
So
my
I
college
told him and my niece that.
my college son, me and him was having a talk the other day, and that's my youngest son. And what did he say? He said something about we were talking about cursing. He was like, it's amazing that he don't curse like I do. He said, man, when you would be mad, you would curse. And I'm like, did I get my point across? And I would tell the kids, like, okay, if you already got a cussing parent who was cussing before you was born, and you come into this world and you doing this, that, and that, disobeying, cutting up in school, your cussing parent gonna take it to a level where they sometimes create new curse words every day, which was me. And he was like, it's amazing that I don't
to use those curse
I
words.
would get creative. And that's the thing. Sometimes my words, like I would never do, like, you know, I didn't sit around and I done heard people like talk really bad to their kids, like call them bad names, disrespect them, belittle them. I might curse, but it's not like that. It be like, if you don't pick up that dang tissue up, then it, you know. But I didn't literally heard people call their kids stupid.
Now that,
you know,
I mean, like if I call my kids stupid, it's because we playing around and they doing something like
right. Joking around like you peanut head. Oh, my kids love to gag each other. I'll be like, that's why your hair's so big, you know, and they'll be like, well, mama, that's why your nose so big. And you know, we gag each other sometimes when we're playing. When we're playing
between me and my kids and the stuff that like I'm just, and I don't want people booing me or nothing. But like my son, I love him all day long and twice on Sundays. But he is an asshole. He is a little asshole. And he'll come in and he'll be messing with me. And I'm like, oh, you're an asshole. Now, if he come in and he meddling with me and I don't say nothing, he be like, Mom, are you okay?
Right.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
I get it.
He be like, you didn't call me a little I'm like, really?
But you know what? A lot of times, and I'm just keeping it hood, I'm just keeping it real. A lot of times, a lot of parents don't have to apply pressure per se on their children because it's all in the tone. It's sometimes the words that you say might sting a child. And I'm not saying words to just make them feel small as a tiny rock. I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying the way sometimes you talk to a kid can just make them straighten up like they in the military. And some people, I done seen it. I done seen it raising my kids with different friends or whatever. If y'all don't go, if y'all don't care, well, didn't I tell y'all to pick up this shit? That I'll be like, what the?
If you
did I say wash them dishes? If y'all get in there and wash them dishes right now, ain't nobody going outside. Ain't nobody. The kids like it got to a point where my kids got to a certain age where it was like, okay, we know when mama come home, she gonna expect this to be done, homework to be done. It got to a point where they was like, I had to say nothing. Walking the house, I'm looking around the house like, dang, did y'all hire some Mary Maids? I don't know when it started, what age, but it got to the point where they were like, with boys, it takes a long time for them to, I don't know why, but it takes a long time. Like you could tell them on Fridays the trash go out. Why I gotta tell y'all every Thursday night for 5-10 years that the trash gotta go out on Thursday night, and then it just clicked. One day it's just like you done heard mama's voice so many times over the years. You done heard her rant about the trash, and I'm coming home and the trash already out on the curb, and I'm like,
yeah, my son ain't reached that point yet.
What? I mean, it takes time. And some people be like, well, why do people cuss at their kids? Hey, it's just an expression to me.
It just, I mean,
it's just
but you know, my kids know that if I'm mad, if they know something has caused me to be mad and I get quiet, then
be very afraid.
Yeah, yeah. They
Oh,
know it's about to go down, and they like, Mom, come on, let's just get out of here. Let's just leave. Like last week
the
when we went to
silent
the
treatment,
doctor.
giving the kids the
Yeah,
silent treatment, they be like, what's she thinking? What's she?
because with me, I know how I am, and if I were to say something, I know that it would cut really deep.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to stay quiet,
Yep.
but there are times when I just let loose and shit.
Oh, I
I'll
get it.
apologize later if I have to.
I get it. I remember one time my son had did something at school. I can't even remember what it was, but it was something bad. I can't remember. It's so long ago. But I was so mad. I picked him up. I was so mad. The people, the security guard, the principal, everybody knew I was coming out. You could just see the horns growing on top of my head, the smoke coming out. I mean, I was angry. And I drove home in silence, let him in the house. I went to my room. I didn't talk
Hmm.
to him for the rest of the day because I know that if you really upset with anybody, even with children, you sometimes have to calm yourself
And
down
remove
because
yourself
you don't
from
want
that.
to say things that you might regret. And that goes for children, your husband, wife, spouse, parents,
Right.
anybody, your co-worker, anybody. Sometimes you have to just be like, we're not talking right now. I will come to you later when I calm down. And the
Yeah.
kids, they know you that mad. Oh, they up there cleaning the house, washing dishes,
Boy,
folding clothes. Mama, do you need anything? Mama, are you
right,
hungry? Mama,
right.
that silent treatment that you give children, it kind of like makes them know that you are really disappointed. You are so
And
disappointed.
that hurts
You have
my
no
feelings
words.
more than anything. It ain't that I'm mad. When I'm disappointed, that's
It's
that's
worse.
that's
It's
worse.
worse. It's worse than being mad. And kids, when they know you are disappointed, like if I tell my sons I'm disappointed in you, I can't believe you did this. It is way more. Um, they think about that way more than if you were angry or upset with them.
Yeah.
So that's why sometimes with children, especially these teenagers, high school kids, sometimes it's best when they do something to really make you upset. Just tell them, give you 50 feet. I need to think about this. I need to think about what route we gonna take, what punishment we gonna do, you know. But they be knowing.
Right,
They be knowing, oh, mama, daddy, they ain't saying nothing. Oh, they contemplating.
right. Well, Mama,
Yeah.
I am going to, because I got somebody keep dancing in front of my doorway.
Is
We
it your
supposed to be
daughter?
watching. Yeah,
What
we supposed to be watching a movie for bed.
what movie y'all watching?
Descendants
Oh.
on Disney
No.
Plus.
Oh,
Yeah.
did it? Okay. I know. I'm
Oh
about
yeah,
to do that. We've been here all night. Thanks to YouTube shutting down the other video because they have no humans to review it. They just shutting down people
right.
videos, but it's all good. It's all good. People
That's
can
my
watch
job to
the
come through and shut shit down. That's my job. That's my nickname. Shut shit down.
shut it down. Shut it down. But
Yo,
okay, this week, what's this weekend? Oh, I didn't say it on the video this morning, but we got the spina bifida interview Friday
oh
with Miss Wheelchair Alabama, who is running for Miss Wheelchair United States
yeah,
or
that's
USA.
cool.
So we have that at 8 p.m. So you guys make sure you like our videos, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you hit the notification bell so that you can receive our notifications every time we go live and every time we, upload. Get it, Kia? Yay! Ring my bell.
Ring my bell.
Ting-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Yes, make sure y'all ring the bell. You are not going to want to miss this interview Friday night. When I tell you this lady who is wheelchair confined, she's paralyzed from the waist down, confined to a wheelchair most of her life, and the most talented person that you could ever meet. She plays basketball. She's a nail tech. She does, man, I tell you, the nails that she do, I mean, she's talented. She's a model. She's y'all have to meet this young lady, and I can't wait till we interview her Friday. And I want y'all to support, so make sure you guys tune in Friday. Hit the notification bell so you can get the notification when we go live.
For sure.
All right. And in the meantime, in between time,
be safe. God bless. Wash your hands. Wash your home. And we'll talk to you later.
All right.
Deuces.
Deuces.